evening, people. So my topic is situations that conspire to snub you. Well, these are the situations where you feel slightly embarrassed, slightly stupid, slightly ridiculed, and slightly ignored. So, is the universe actually working against us in this? Well, it's just a random thought out of frustration. So, let's meet the protagonist. We have Snubdohita. So, he's a cheater who's been snubbed a real lot of time in his life, and he's trying to figure out why it's him all the time. And we have a Wizard. Owls are wise, so it's a Wizard. And he has the answers to pretty much all the questions that somebody has. Okay, so Snubdohita's first question. Angry babies. So this is a situation where you walk into a friend's place and you want to say hi to the baby or you just want to cuddle, and the baby just goes like, preserve. And he gives you that boo face. So how do you handle that? Wizard's advice: thou shalt always send a friend first while probably need a one like that, a gorilla, confront babies with an ice cream. So you should make friends who would going forward, check the temperament of the baby, and then let you in. Next situation, eerie noises. All of us must have gone through this at some point of time. When you're alone in the apartment or taking a night walk, you hear all these noises and you imagine all sorts of stuff. Is there someone out there? Is there something out there? So, but then at the end of it, you're snubbed because you know there's nothing out there. So, what is Wise Owl's advice for this? Thou shalt detach your right brain. Get rid of your frigging imagination. When you're alone, you don't need it. That put all these imaginations into your head. Move on. Don't imagine stuff. Simple. Okay. The next situation, mental math. Well, this is not probably the situation that comes to math whizzes, but for common people like me who's pathetic with arithmetic, somebody throws a multiplication problem to you, you think, and you come up with an answer, and of course, it's wrong. So, how do you deal with that? Wise Owl's advice: thou shalt increase reliance on energy. Pretty obvious, right? Calculators are again man's brainchild. So if you're using calculators, you're probably using someone else's brain, which is not as bad as not using your brain at all. Situation, selective amnesia. Of course, you sit in a discussion table, you prepare all the ideas that you want to put forth, you sit there, and of course, poof, vaporized, gone. And the people who are sitting with you, they come up with those exactly same ideas, and they own them up. So, how do you deal with that? Wizard's advice: thou shalt maintain a long-standing relationship with human or non-human reminders. So, make a good friend who'd stick with you, remind you every other time, or simply use Google Calendar or reminders or something. Stick it on your forehead if you need to.
Or hang it around your shirt like that.
Situation 5, organizing surprise parties. I think most of us must have gone through this, when you tend to pull people in to organize something, you pull in the funds, and all the way around, the person for whom you're organizing the thing knows that it's going to be a surprise party for him. So how do you deal with that? Thou shalt always demand for surprise treats. So stop organizing parties like that and get the person who's actually celebrating to pay for you. That's it. You actually have an advantage that everybody gets together, hands out, it's the same kind of fun, and the onus is on the person who celebrates. Okay, next situation. Marketing lies. All of us have pretty much bought all the lies that the market says, and we bought the lies and the products. So it's like you put in money, and you think that it might be worth it, but then at the end of it, you know that it's just not what it should have been. So how do you deal with it? Thou shalt imbibe the quality of street shop smartness. Not street smartness, street shop smartness. So find out all the street shops that are next to you, brush up on your bargaining skills, win your product rather than just buying them. So it empowers you one way or the other. So it's a good thing. Situation 7. In a relationship with a smartphone. Statistically speaking, this gets you the maximum number of snubs every day. So if you have someone who's really smart at something, something, and they snub you every other time, what do? Thou shalt gain expertise in an area post. So think about some topic, something that your partner doesn't care about, gain a lot of knowledge in that, and every other time he or she comes up with a snub, you have a repartee back. At least the arguments are balanced now. Okay, now Weishaupt wants to interrupt us to add a few wise notes. Being snubbed gives an opportunity to rise back. Well, being snubbed is not as bad a thing as we were talking about. When somebody pushes you aside or ignores you, you always tend to come back. You tend to retaliate to that. So in that way, it's a kind of a positive thing. Oh, wise note 2. Being snubbed is a good way to laugh at yourself. Again, statistically speaking, when you laugh at yourself, you're decreasing your stress levels and your happiness levels increase, and your confidence also increases, I believe. So now, Snubberita has a new question. Wait, am I being snubbed again for reading all these verses which I put forth? Because I thought that being snubbed was quite a bad thing, and you gave me all those verses. And is this like again a snub for paying so much attention? Well, results. Thou shalt not take any of the verses said above seriously, and thou shalt always read the epilogues of books first. So, if you have been paying a lot of attention to these verses, although I really appreciate it, but I'm sorry, you're snubbed again.